Awesome. Good morning, everybody. This is Joe at OPG Insights, and we've got the pleasure of talking to Jon Marcus today, who's both a friend and an experienced hedge fund trader with Bronson Capital, where he was from '09 to 18, over 20 years in the industry. And also, as a side note, he was an All-American lacrosse goalie at Johns Hopkins and is very important in the program here in Westport. So, Jon, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Why don't you just give us a minute or two just about your 20-year experience on the trading side with hedge funds and what you learned?
Sure. Got out of college, worked on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange for a year. Then I was up at SAC Capital for 11 years, almost 11 years, where I, helped trade on the trading desk and then had a small portfolio of my own. Ultimately joined Larry Foley as a trader for him and helped him manage the portfolio. And we left in 2008 and started Bronson Point, which is up here in Fairfield County, where we were a long-short equity hedge fund for the most part. And I was there till 2018 for about 10 years.
Perfect. That's a lifetime in hedge funds. I know well. Let's just talk about a couple of things you experienced while you were there. Give some people some color. How did you experience or deal with some topics like, getting liquidity for names and dealing with maybe internal conflict of buying and selling? How did you deal with those things?
So we used different EMS and OMS systems, execution management, and you basically don't want to be in a multi-platform hedge fund. You don't want to be buying a stock while somebody else within the fund is selling a stock, which there are all different compliance reasons, and just to get best execution, you don't want to be going against someone else. What we would do is we would get an alert and just discuss it with other portfolio managers and other traders, just to get the best outcome for the firm at the time, because everybody has a different time horizon and everybody has a different idea of why they're buying or selling at a certain time. And a good OMS will alert you to that and let you know who's doing what at the same time that you're executing your stocks.
And what were you using at the time?
We've used a bunch of different ones, but at the last we were using, we've used Ready, we used a Bloomberg, last was ITG.
Yep, still around. That's good. Talk a little bit too about we get a lot of COO, CFO crowd with what we do at OPG. What was the experience and lessons with, working with the business team? Where did it help? Where did you have to learn how to deal with them? What did you experience?
Yeah, I mean, I always made sure that I had a great relationship with our CFO and the back office team. The fund doesn't work without them. And there are a lot of reasons why you buy or sell a position at a certain time. And let's just use, for example, tax season, right? If we had to, if a thesis changed and we needed to get out of a stock, but the back office said, you might want to wait another month because you're going to get better tax implications on that position, you have to talk to the PM and we'd have to discuss, is our risk, because our thesis changed, more important than the tax status changing. So just a lot of discussion. I think just in anything and in any business, open discussion and understanding. There's no conflict between back office and trading desk and portfolio manager. Everything can be figured out in a discussion.
Yeah, that's a great point. I'm glad to hear the trading side think about that. That is really important. So just lastly, maybe, I don't know, what's some words of advice for sort of the new younger crop coming in out of college or their first jobs and working on the trading side? What are some lessons you learned that can help them?
Well, I mean, everybody says it, but just be a sponge. Try to be there. Try to be present for everything. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of hours, but you have to be there and you have to take it all in. I'm glad that desks are back now on the trading desk, because a lot of this business is a relationship business. And if you can't foster those relationships with the younger traders coming up, then it's tough for them to learn unless they're actually there. Remote is a tough place to learn, especially for a trading desk. So it's great to hear that they're coming back and they're going to be on that trading desk, and those after hours meetings, whether they're dinners or workouts or whatever they are, and fostering those relationships. Take it all in, learn, and ask questions. Don't stop asking questions.
That's great advice. That's great advice. That was awesome. I appreciate you taking a few minutes to catch up with us. I wish you all the best. Let's talk again soon.
Thanks for having me.